It was good of me going.
I'm on to you, Facebook. You're changing your key every time now.
Just going to a convention,
There's a lot to be said for that.
playing games, and just being like, hey, I'm here to play games, and to just...
There's a lot to be said for that. And not have to worry about it.
To just fuck around. We played Robo Rally one time. The new version, I do not like Robo Rally, the new version, because maybe it's because I spent the time learning how to play Robo Rally, the first edition, where you had to do the robot dance type of thing, and you had to be like, well, you know what Robo Rally is, by any chance?
A little bit.
It's a racing game with robots, and the first ones, they had the cards that you had for determining where you were going, but also they had numbers on the top, and that was the order that you went in. So therefore, someone that had a low number, I believe it was, went first.
Yeah.
So if you had, like, and now Larry's in front of me, because he got to go first on this, and now Larry's in front of me, because he got to go first on the second one.
Right.
And now I'm pushing Larry, who, that has screwed up his thing, but because you're now going before Larry, and I pushed Larry,
Right.
you're now hitting him,
Right.
and everything gets screwed up.
The randomness is nice in that.
And I love that because it was just like, yes, the chaos.
Yeah. Good.
You ever seen the big one on NASCAR?
I got to play a game of Robo Rally where they were...
There's 42 cars and 30 of them just got took off.
I played a game of it one
Can't
time
go around the corner.
where it was... Our stuff was sent to, like, these little phone type things that they had all wired to a system. We would input our stuff, and then they would be sent to, like, the main server computer, who would determine in what order each player would get to go and their moves would happen. It was very much still based on, like, the speed of the number order, but you just didn't know what number your card was. And then it was an actual, like, 3D robot that would move around. I got to be Wally.
Hey, there you go.
Nothing to see there, okay?
Got the right profile.
I got to be Wally that shot Bowser in the ass.
Live from the 6th floor basement of the guys, Cans and Beer Towers. Yes, hanging over the beautiful city of Racine. Giant pendulous penis. It's guys, games, and beer.
Yay!
Just flopping away.
Yeah,
take
won't be
our
the first or
bag
last time.
Yeah. Anyway.
Hey, so...
That's it. See you guys. We made it.
Yep, that was it. Hey, we did 2 shows in a row after our beginning of this year. 2 shows in a row is pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah, probably the most we've missed ever. In fact, I know it is for...
Yeah, I know. It was, again,
It was a bit of a choke.
it was a comedy of errors.
Clinical depression.
Everybody had
sucks.
issues. Everybody had issues. Had the
Yay,
COVID.
depressive episodes.
Yeah, no kidding.
We had lousy weather.
We had lots of stuff go wrong on this one.
Yeah,
I'm not drinking.
Oh, hey,
We're getting
someone
old.
hand me a beer. I don't
I'm
care what
working on
it is.
Wait a minute. What do you want to talk about? Ba-dum,
Bum. Ba-da-bum-bum.
ba-dum, low class beer.
Came over, dropped you off. Larry, what do we have tonight?
We have Doctober Fest. It's what, a Marzen lager?
Which would be a German Fest style lager.
Yes,
Or Oktoberfest style lager.
Raised Grain Brewing Company.
Do you say it together? Is it like a Martin?
Where is
like,
Raised
Is it like
Grain?
Farpert Dugan?
Oh, they're at a walkie shop.
We're at a walk.
Yeah, we've had a couple there.
Have we done raised grain before?
But we haven't done this
I've
one,
been
right?
I've been there.
No,
I brought us back some when I visited one time. We all got
I originally
We all
just
got
glanced at this and went,
reasonably drunk after work.
Dorktober?
Yeah,
All
Dork-
right.
I brought some back.
Dorktober, yeah. Well, you know, if you're not reading
I mean-
closely, it could be Dorktober too.
That's what I thought it said.
Is it the official?
Oh, now I get why it's called Ducktoberfest.
Why is it
You're
called
gonna read
Ducktober?
the side.
All
You're
right,
gonna read the little blurb on the side.
read it.
Let's see. Precisely delicious as you would expect a German lager brewed by two doctors
Oh.
Oh,
Maltese-
doctors to be? Oh, okay.
to be. Two doctors to be.
Okay.
Now wait, now is it to be or to be?
Or not to be.
I don't know. Malty, smooth, crisp, the perfect brew for any day.
Any day. That's
So
advertising. right there.
Raised Grain is run by two doctors?
Well, I don't know.
To
Well,
be.
to be.
Well, no, wait, no. Are they doctors to be, or is it you expect this beer to be? I don't think I mean about two doctors to be.
So it was brewed by two doctors, and you expect it to be
good because it was
tasting
done.
medicinal.
As you would expect to be.
Right.
By two doctors. So you're right.
They should have worded that differently.
So you're
I
right.
don't
You're right.
think-
The reading
So
would
it's either
be
expected
that
to be
they are
good or they're gonna be
doctors,
Right.
doctors.
and you would expect
Right.
something from them to be. Yes.
Unless
okay.
unless they're meds,
Yeah.
you know, maybe they're med students. Maybe
Maybe
they are doctors to be.
Right.
Maybe they're residents because
No, it's calling back to your expectation.
Agreed, but it's even
That's English word order.
Word
So
order, kids, word order.
We've been doing a lot of language stuff, and in English is a very word order
It is.
language, whereas many of the other ones are not, which is why you have to do all the conjugating stuff, because otherwise you wouldn't know what the heck was
You were
going
talking
on.
about.
There's like in German, there's like one thing: the verb must be second.
Yeah.
That's got to be true.
oh, there
You can
is,
do all kinds of other things.
But that verb is going to be the second word out of your mouth.
there is a Finnish word that if you just say it out loud, it means one thing, but if you're pointing at someone and you say it means something completely different.
That's typical. All right, let's give this a try and see if it's any good.
I mean,
I do like
Asshole.
I like him. I like him
asshole.
style.
Oh, those are two different
Well,
things. Yeah.
the word is fjoden,
Fjoden.
and if you say fjoden, you're just going fuck.
Right.
But if you're going, but if
Fjoden.
you're
You.
calling me the devil.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Well, in that case, Fjoden.
I don't know about today. We
Hey,
sound like a
focus
really
on
smart
your-
podcast at the beginning. Just agrees.
Isn't that how all the podcasts go?
Here, please.
I mean, I noticed the art.
Sounded
because
so
I'm not
smart at the
drinking,
beginning.
has that like
The doctors.
the
Yeah.
the German kind of that checkerboard thing
Yeah,
at the top,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then it's got hops in there, and
Yeah,
but
it's,
it's the doctor logo.
I get
Yeah,
it.
what's the name of that staff again? What's the staff called again? I forget.
I think it.
But
Well,
instead
I
of
tell
two
you
snakes,
what,
it's got two
this
hot
is
plants.
pretty.
Yeah.
This is like.
The caduceus. I don't know what it is.
Caduceus.
I'm gonna say it's pretty solid.
I think all the
CADUCEUS.
flavors are there, but and I think this is
Capricious.
on purpose, are maybe like kind of muted, so they're not like nothing's blowing up. Like, hey,
I was
gonna
It's
ex-
a
take
Marzen
this
though,
one.
but in a Marzen you normally wouldn't get any like,
Yeah.
oh my god, that's bitter. Oh my god, that's sweet.
Mhm.
Marzen's kind of an even blend.
yeah. I was like,
good.
I
job.
was expecting something to like pop out and be like here, or at worst come up and sucker punch me, and at
It's
you
smooth
know
as fuck. I will give them that. Also, not overly
it's
carbonated.
good.
No.
Which, as you well know, I like it. Not overly carbonated. Damn beer.
I mean, some people might salt it, to get them things moving.
No. And the
Salt
color,
it?
it's a beautiful golden brown. I mean, look at that.
You drop salt in
Come
this?
on, haven't
No.
you seen people salt their
Yeah, to get the
beer?
carbonation out.
Get the carbonation rolling.
Oh no.
Bars that serve flat beer.
Larry, the only time
That's
I
what
would
actors did
ever
on Cheers.
salt a beer
Yeah.
is because I can't remember
Couldn't
what
drink,
beer
yeah,
I
so
had.
they would give 'em, like,
but it was a
watered down beer with
German.
salt in it.
It was a German beer, and the
Yeah.
person told me, take some of that pretzel, dip it in the beer, eat the pretzel, then drink the beer. the salt will change it and make it better. And I
And?
went,
Yeah, I believe that.
yeah, it did, but I
Alright,
just was
All right,
confused.
so
I was confused by why they were like, dip your pretzel in the beer, and I'm going, why?
well, I guess we should start.
Like the
All right,
Favorite idea.
let's ask the standard questions. All right, you're at the pub.
Wait,
Jacob?
you gonna start with the cooler?
I'm sorry,
Or
party cooler,
or
party
just you
cooler.
jump right to the.
I was going right for the pub.
Yeah.
party
Stop
cooler.
it
You
for you.
grabbing this one on a party cooler?
Yeah, I'm not throwing this back.
All right, Dallas, how about you?
That's really smooth.
Yeah.
It's light, smooth, party cooler stuff.
All right.
I have no complaints about this.
All right, Ryan, did you try to sip it all?
No.
Okay. Larry, how about you? You
Yep.
grabbing another party
Yep.
cooler?
Yep, I'm party cooler in it.
No, clearly. I mean, that's an all-day drinker right
Yeah,
now.
you
got
know-
a
you know
straight
something?
up
Oh,
all-day
but
drinker.
I'm
is it-
here cautious
Wait,
about that.
okay, wait, what is
You'll
the
get messed
IGV
up.
on
And
this
it's
one?
5.9. So
I'll be fine.
It's getting up there. It's getting up there. It's not necessarily an all-day drinker.
All right, I'll think I'm lying.
Half-day drinker?
Yeah, you know, and, but,
I'll think I'm fine.
but it's easy enough.
It is easy.
With a 6 that you could probably let it. You might escape you.
Yeah, no, I can see. Yeah, no, it's smooth. It's really smooth. All right, well, so
Unless you're from Kansas or something.
everyone's grabbing out of the party cooler. I'm definitely grabbing out of the party cooler. How about the pub?
Yeah, I'll order this.
Yeah, all right. Dallas.
Yeah, as it would be good. You know, some food in the summer. I mean, this 5-pack is an Oktoberfest beer. Or
I'm not to Marzen.
Oktoberfest.
It's a Marzen, so technically
Yeah.
it's what they brew around Oktoberfest, but I
Yeah,
don't
but
know
like
if that's-
despite it being, you know, they brew it, you know, you expect Oktoberfest, you know, September, October, that'd be a winter. That's the time to start moving to the browns and the darks.
Right.
This is like very light where it can be drank in the summer. Even
It
with
tastes
that
like, but it's actually got a pretty good golden hue to it.
It does, yeah. Yeah,
I-
surprisingly does. It's like a good mixture.
The thing that I
of-
would,
Yeah.
the thing I feel most I would want to order with this is, you know, like some bratwurst or, you know, pretzels and
No.
beer cheese
No.
sauce.
Yeah.
Oh,
Damn,
something,
now I want pretzels and
something
cheese.
very German.
Yeah.
It is, dude. No, I
yeah,
got my
it's
pretzel and cheese.
Oktoberfest
I
beer,
want
so,
something
yeah.
German.
Like the shit they serve at the beer garden out in Pet
Ooh.
Springs, you know, like Petrified Springs. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
the
it's
pretzel board, yeah.
Yeah, how about you?
gonna work with German food.
Yeah. Larry, how about you? Pub?
The, yeah.
Okay, wait.
Yeah, I will.
You're at the German club.
I'm at the German club, and yes, if this was on tap,
And this is on top at the German club.
John.
It's local, dude. It's local. All right, Rob.
It could happen.
Pub?
Right? Oh yeah, surely. I think if I buttered toast this could class up. You know, you just have buttered toast sitting there. And you're like,
Let's sing Danish.
All right. You know, again, if I'm at my local Toad Hall, and I now because you shut out John, I'm going to shut out Corey. Corey, if you haven't done this at the bar yet, this is a solid one. Really, really good.
It's a perfect Toad Hall beer.
It is a perfect Toad Hall beer.
Definitely, yeah.
It's-
I wonder if they brew this all year, or if this is only once
That's a good question. It does not say on the can.
seasonal or not.
Does not say seasonal. But again, really, really solid beer. All right. Well, let's go ahead and take a vote on this one, guys. Raised Grain Brewing Company's Docktoberfest Marzen Lager in 3, 2, 1.
easy.
That was not a hard one, guys.
Yeah,
That's
they did not-
really.
Yeah,
They did not fuck up on this.
I gave it a full thumbs
That is
up.
high praise. They
No.
did not fuck up on
No,
this
they did
one.
not, because how many times have we tried beer that could have been good, but that might have been like a
We were
mash
so
defect or
close.
something where it tastes like metal. It's
Yeah.
like I don't really have any complaints about
No,
it.
this one is solid on every level. That's
Yeah.
really good. All right, hey, Judge Rob, let's go ahead and pass verdict on this again one more time. Raised Grain Brewing Company out of Waukesha, Wisconsin. Their Docktoberfest Marzen Lager.
On the charge of doxing the audience. I'm so sorry. I find you guilty and sentence you to
Drink
I do this every week.
Hey,
I'm just glad he didn't say, you know, giving it a prostate.
Yeah, I thought about it, but I figured. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is one of those great beers brewed here in Wisconsin. Does everyone remember what our motto here is in Wisconsin?
the state motto.
State motto.
Get the fuck out of here, Illinois. Well,
Just do my beer for a
It could be a new
PSA.
one, but
Forward?
the one from 1851 is forward.
Forward.
Oh, look at that.
True.
And what are we?
Looking forward to in 2024.
Man,
What are we? looking 2020 forward to. That one.
Okay, we are not reaching for these at all, guys.
10 years, I get to use it again.
We are not reaching for these tie-ins at all. All right, so hey, Rob, the real subject tonight is...
Yeah, games we're looking forward to in 2024. It looks to be an exciting year. There's a few ones that I'm excited about.
It does.
I have no clue what's coming out this year.
Well, there we go.
And with the state of the gaming industry,
No,
that
2 days warning.
Did look up. There we go. Didn't study for this episode.
I have a game that
This
I'm
was
looking
a study episode.
I have a game I'm looking forward to this year, but I haven't paid attention to the games that are coming out this year.
because it's the same AAA schlock.
I'll show you some schlock. I got schlock. Oh, wait. Go ahead.
Because you're telling yourself that AAA title is gonna be the one, that
I almost-
80th Call of Duty is gonna be the best game
It's
ever.
going to be amazing.
It's gonna be amazing. And you're like,
there's
you
Call of
buy
Duty
it, and you're
coming
like,
out.
2 weeks
Probably,
later,
yeah.
you're trying to convince yourself it's good, and you're like, damn, it feels good to pay $100 for this. I don't regret this whatsoever.
So that's how I
I feel good knowing this will not get any better.
Modern Warfare 3 actually was pretty good, and it's the one that got panned. But it's good because they used like old maps.
From one, well,
They
they should.
used all the great
They're gonna
maps
do
from
like a Modern
Mod-
Warfare
Just
3 remake.
reusing
Might as
those
well.
great
Dust.
Yeah,
You
they
know,
used
like-
Modern Warfare 2's maps on Modern Warfare 3, the old ones, and it is fabulous.
They
got
should,
gunplay
you know,
right.
like Dome. You know, I mean, like how many people play fucking Dome and Airport? Yeah, like Airport from MW2. They ported that into MW3.
It's up, yeah, it's
Those
on
maps
it,
fucking
and it's
work.
great.
Yeah, because those maps work. They might as well.
And,
Oh,
and the
that's
gunplay
Frosted
works.
Flakes.
It,
Yeah.
it makes a lot of people mad because there's some people who like to feel good about themselves by playing people who are way below their skill level. But
Yeah.
it does that, but not real often. So I'm so sorry that you can't have every game domination because you're playing against people that aren't as good. as
Not
you.
to go off too much track. I don't know if it's Call of Duty or Overwatch, one of those, but
Do we
they're,
ever get
they're
on
changing
track?
it. Yeah, well, you know, it's like- no, just because this is interesting. There are no, I can't remember which one it was, but
Speaking of track.
they're no longer going to do it based on skill matchmaking. They're going to do it based on age.
Yeah.
kidding.
So,
Serious?
you're gonna play against people your own age, matched up against people your own age.
Well-
While children get matched up with children.
Well, the upside is then the jokes would make sense.
Yeah, okay.
But hey, if I want to get screamed at and have
So you want
so
to be
many-
you want it to be a 62-year-old man screaming at you?
no, if I
So,
want to
no.
have a 13-year-old or even a
To be
9-year-old
fair, yes.
screaming at me about how they've done explicit shit with my mom
Yeah,
and are
no
going
kidding.
to do stuff to me using
Yeah.
such language that I would expect of only someone that's actually been on the world for at least 2 decades.
Meanwhile, you match with a 60-year-old man. Hey, another grown man with obligations in his life where he doesn't spend all day on the damn
You know,
game
it's
trying
probably
to,
not a bad.
think
Now
he's
that you
better
mention it
than
that
everybody
way, it's probably not a bad
No.
call.
Oh yeah, the concept of like age-based matchmaking is very bizarre and something I like wouldn't think of, but oh my god, is that going to be perfect?
Let's see.
I-
Let's
yeah.
see.
You will finally
I
have
wasn't
a
wrong
grown
with the
man
idea of
who have other
jokes
things to
either.
do.
Yeah, you don't want to play
yeah.
against
Yeah.
Diaries.
To play
They're
this-
deadly.
I should be in, like that 13-year-old that's yelling at me is saying a bunch of crap, but I'm like too
I don't know
old to know what
anything
any
you
of you
mean.
that mean.
You're
probably insulting me.
Oh no! Look what the COVID did to their childhoods, and don't feel that bad after that.
I'm all for this because hey, I would love to play in. The reason I don't play PvP games anymore is because if I'm going to play that, would like to play with someone that also is just
Okay.
on there to shoot some people.
What? Okay,
So you're looking forward to in 2024
We'll get
more
to that.
segregation in gaming.
No.
Yes!
Okay.
Oh.
So
Thank you. Yes. None of shit like that. What's his face
What-
saying on my DDR name saying
what age range are they looking at? A 5-year span?
The way it's going to span out is that the youngest age range, I believe, is like 18 to 25. Then they match up 25 to like 40s.
All right.
40s to
So a
60s,
fairly
something
large
like that.
age range.
Yeah,
Okay,
like
so
at
you
least
still
a
get
couple
a good, you
generations
still get a
for each
good
one.
mix in there.
Yeah. So the kids who have nothing to do with that will play with each other and make each other angry. Meanwhile, the adults who have lives instead
And
of actually
having
trying
hard
to
to
I think
play.
they're the best at something that just boils down to mathematics.
I just
basic
want to get
mathematics
out
is
there
like,
and
yeah.
shoot someone in the face to relieve some stress of my day.
Yes, and you will be matched. You will finally be matched with
With
someone
other
who feels
people who
the
want
same.
to shoot you in the face to
Except-
relieve their stress.
I just want to have a shotgun, put it up against someone's back, and pull the trigger.
All right, skill
Okay,
based
alright.
is supposed to
In a
work.
game.
No, I don't. Skill based, I don't think it's going to work.
No, it's supposed to-
especially with like tournaments.
That
and
is
stuff
how
like that,
skill
and,
based
like,
is supposed to
seasons.
be.
Yeah.
And I will say, Modern Warfare 3, the majority, probably about 75% of my games are close games. And that's how it should be. I should be challenged every game. That's the whole point. If you're sweaty tryhard, you should have to play against sweaty tryhards. It's
yeah.
only like 1 in 4 games where I'll get in with some people who are really ridiculously overmatched for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, you should be playing with people that are at your skill level. That's
Yeah, no
how it should
kidding.
be. Because I would say I'm probably more skilled than most 50-year-olds
Yeah.
are at Call of Duty.
Mhm.
I'm generally a positive KD. I'm usually at like 1.5, which means I'm pretty competitive, and that's in team.
Aren't you like 45?
No, I'm 50.
The only time I've ever had a
I'm
negative,
53.
the only time I ever had a negative KD and I'll come Modern Warfare 3 is if we have legit hackers.
But
Yeah.
but then the cheaters end up with he knows. He checks.
I love the fact he's asking you how fucking old you are.
I also ask him how to get to work in the morning. I call him like every fucking
Larry,
morning.
how do I get to
How do I get to? You should take a left. He's like right behind me, following me, making sure I make it. He does. He works from home and he does that. That's what a nice guy Larry is.
And it's friendship.
Good guy. Solid guy. So I have been pretty happy. It's not perfect. Occasionally we'll get decimated or we'll get one where we just kill them.
I mean, I've had
Over 'em,
times,
but it's
yeah.
been much better.
Yeah.
But they have been using a type of matchmaking that isn't skill based. I'm trying to remember what it's called, but it's like engagement based,
Mhm.
where it tries to keep people engaged.
Right.
And the problem with that is if you go to play a full game against people who dominate you, it will learn that, and most people drop out.
Yeah.
So if you do that, they'll keep putting you in shitty games. So your only recourse when you're getting dominated is to drop out, so it learns that you'll drop out because they want you to stay playing the game. But the worst part of it is, apparently, Call of Duty was nerfing people
Yeah.
to make it so that it was harder. And I
Yeah.
think that might be true. Because there's some games, and we always blamed it on the server. We always thought it might be the server.
Mhm.
But there's, how did this ever get to this? But there's some games where I just look at somebody and they're dead, okay?
Right.
And that's ridiculous to me. I don't think it's fair. I don't really enjoy those games. But I enjoy
I
it
don't
less
anymore.
when I
But I feel like
empty
you're
an
using
entire
force.
clip into somebody,
So.
the entire round, and they don't die, and they turn around and pop me once and I'm dead. That really pisses me off. I mean, that frustrates me. But I will say most games, I'm not 100% sure. Sometimes I might win it, sometimes I might lose.
Well.
If I get the jump on them, I win. If I don't,
Right.
Here's the thing that I feel on that is there's got to be a combination of the game nerfing people, but also people buying like hacks and cheats to
well, yeah, that's...
Yeah, well,
stuff.
that's a whole other.
That's
and
cheating.
on
Games
Destiny
we work
2,
forward to.
I relearned
Okay, it's about first person.
Yeah,
leg
okay.
Yes.
I tell you what, we are going to pull this back.
All right, I will say that I agree
We
with
could
you.
do another show on
and
this.
I do
Yeah,
think
my
that...
bad.
I do
Often,
think
stupid first person.
There's-
Just like in that high school movie.
there's a lot
First person
of cheating going on in first-person shooters.
Oh,
I think
yeah,
it's a
definitely.
play.
Well, the poor
Many of them are streamers.
Yeah.
And
poor
I think that they
turn-based
should go
guys,
after
there's
them.
nobody there.
And I think you're
My
pathetic.
brother-
I think
my-
you're pathetic if you
When I was
cheat.
in MW3, MW2 admin for a couple servers, it's like we, at one point towards the end there, we actually ended up working with a hacking group just to improve the game. With the collateral that they wouldn't mess with our clan. The people who run these hacker clans, the lowest rung... Or
Oh, by the way, let's pause.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
not hacker clans. They're script kiddie.
They're script.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
script
They're
kiddie.
script.
I mean,
kids.
yeah, you're right.
Hackers are people with skills. They have no skills, and that's why they're buying somebody else's
Except,
skill.
except the leader of the
cheat.
HK clan.
Yeah,
I
but he's
will
still a
refuse
fucking
that.
cheater and a
okay.
piece of shit.
No,
for the
that
first
person.
one.
No, I
We'll
got to
come
know
back
that
to this.
person,
We'll
yeah.
come back to this topic.
No, that person was a legit coder.
Yeah, but if you're cheating, you're still a piece of shit.
Okay,
Yeah, no,
let's-
absolutely.
Yeah.
We've
Right.
gone far afield.
All right, so-
let's get back to games we are looking
So in
forward.
2024, we're looking forward to less cheating. There we go. Okay, so
Yeah.
we tied it back in.
Nice time.
Do you got anything?
I'm looking forward to having a PC that can actually play Baldur's Gate 3.
Wow, that is a low bar to me.
But I'm okay with this bar.
Yeah, that is okay.
I am looking forward to
Building your own or
a
pre-built?
pre-built. I realize that trying to build my own is more money than I have.
Yeah.
Cyber power. I
And
mean, granted, their basic components like their power supply are shit, but like, other than that, you know, like they
Well,
use the best.
oh, yeah,
parts
it's got
and
So-
CPUs
so
and stuff. So
Rob and
yeah.
Travis have suggested to me effectively the same computer, so
Right.
therefore
It's a good choice.
Yeah.
I talked with the wife and convinced her into going, hey, if we get this, it's not just going to be my gaming computer. It's going to be
Yeah.
the computer we use, and we can hook it up to the table.
His gaming computer.
Ultimately, your computer, but yeah, compromising the wife that'll be an entertainment
And we
center
can
for-
notch the code.
Continue.
So therefore, it'll be a computer we can hook up to the desktop stuff, so that way we can actually have an actual monitor
Oh, okay, yeah.
and keyboard, which she would
Sweet.
Now,
like.
what year did Baldur's Gate 3 come
But
out?
yet I'm like,
Couple years.
just last year.
Yeah, just last year.
Okay,
No.
so it's a half step behind.
It is.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I wouldn't even say a half step behind. It's pretty much a hot game right now.
No, it's
Yeah.
one of the best. And,
Yeah.
like,
And-
everything
and-
they're saying. Yeah.
I would already be
Yeah.
playing it, but guess what platform they didn't put it out for?
Windows 7.
PlayStation 5.
PlayStation 4.
Oh.
They have PS5.
Oh.
That's weird.
Well,
Okay,
I was
that's
wrong.
even bit
But-
there, yeah.
But
The
yet
Nintendo
they didn't
Switch.
put it out. They didn't put it out for the
I
PS4
agree.
because they didn't want to compromise the graphics.
Okay, no,
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
okay with
blame
that.
them,
I'm
dude.
it's a pretty game.
Like, watch their social media posts. Like, watch how unapologetic they are about their practices, and watch how other game developers need to adapt their practices. Because no, we're not doing subscriptions. No, we're not putting this on winter sale when we just release it. We want the money. We deserve the money. And I haven't played the game, and I know it's the best game ever made. Because
And
yeah.
here's the thing.
So
I would
It's
do that.
astounding.
And
by
here's
the way, yeah.
yeah.
I would buy the game PS4,
Yeah.
play the shit out of it now, like I did with
And then
Dragon
replay it
Age
with better
Inquisition.
graphics?
And then when I got the computer that has the better graphics, I'd buy the game right over again.
No,
So it is
but-
available
but you
on
would
PC.
do that.
It is available
Yes.
on PC, but you have to. You
takes
obviously
PC
have to
system.
have a bit of gaming PC.
Xbox eventually.
You don't need
eventually.
a
Yeah.
But no
fully
Game Pass.
gaming
Yet, oddly
PC,
enough,
but the PC that
on
I
a
have,
minimum
you
Mac,
need
yeah.
the PC that I have. I need a new graphics card. Even the lowest grade graphics card
an
I
SSD.
need to get
Yeah.
would require me to put in a couple different components to
First.
be able to run the
Right.
graphics
But
card.
it's,
Like a
it's,
decent
a, it's, a,
motherboard,
it's, a,
yeah.
it's a hot game right now.
Yes.
I didn't know Baldur's Gate 3 came out.
Oh, it did.
Yeah.
It's-
It
it's
is
a hot-
better than the original, and that
That
is
is what
freaking
everybody
saying
says.
I
something.
really
And
enjoyed
it's
Baldur's
amazing.
Gate.
And I
the first
want
two.
to-
I just haven't
I
played
want
them.
I
They
want
were
to
great. They were
romance
some of the best games
Carlac
I've played.
so hard.
Yeah,
I want
watched
to romance Carlac so hard because she
Yeah.
is strong,
Ooh, we dropping?
awkward lady. But
We good?
I just would like to have that
Are we
because
on
then I'd
Facebook
also like
right
to
now?
play some other
Go on.
older games that I need to get emulated.
Well, sure.
Right.
Mainly because, congratulations, my PS Vita
So we
doesn't.
got an update.
It has the emulation of games that I'd like to play,
Mhm.
but it doesn't have the emulation. The RetroArch and other
Right, something
emulators
more
do
accurate.
not
That gives
have
some
the
more
ones
options.
that I really want to play.
Yeah.
And so therefore,
It's
if I had a
unusual.
PC, I could emulate those and be like,
That's exactly. That's what I did with my
For a
PC.
second
It's
there.
like I installed RetroArch. I configured it perfectly. Like I download like games from several.
Oh, and
different
RetroArch
consoles,
runs
and it's like,
amazing.
It is
as well.
once you
If
get it
got a decent
configured well.
gaming PC.
So what you're
You'll
saying
need-
in
you'll need another
2024
emulator after
is
that,
you're looking
yeah.
forward to piracy because
Yes.
the developer said you don't really own the games anyways since you're buying them digitally.
Yes.
right?
What I'm-
That-
what-
Okay, we'll get to that too. All right, all right.
Yeah, you
Okay,
asshats.
all right. So Baldur's Gate. Okay, I'm gonna jump on. That's good. All right.
I mean,
I think we might
yeah.
turn that into a topic.
We could turn that
Yeah,
into a
yeah,
topic.
That
That's
goes
it.
back
Yeah.
to a long time ago. The only thing that Bill Gates really invented was licensing agreements.
Yeah. All right, we'll get to that though. All right, Dallas, you got one game you're looking forward to in 2024.
You're really making this hard on me.
Yeah.
Not because of
Okay,
the
one game.
choices. There's actually a lack of choices. The only
Really?
No. Let me, if you may,
All right.
if you may,
I may.
I'll try to keep this as succinct as possible as far as my point, but to new games to look forward to in 24. 2023 was awesome, right?
There was a lot of good games.
Awesome games.
Yes.
However, we also have to look at the absolute bullshit that came out. Like the absolute just horrors that came out. For example, I only have to say, what's that zombie game that came out late last year, the day before? Despite how bland zombie survival games are to me, it takes like a really special one to jump out to me. But apparently, almost everyone and their mother's wish listed this on Steam, and they create something that should actually put the higher ups in that company. They should be behind bars. And I'm not saying that to be funny. I'm saying because that's actually true, and that needs to set a standard for how this industry is run. The only game I'm looking forward to this year, if we want to stay on topic, there is. I believe it's called Nightingale. It's a gas lamp fantasy survival RPG. So it's taking the idea of like games like The Forest and those other survival RPGs and stuff like that, but adding the gas lamp element to it. Now, we all know steampunk.
Right.
Steampunk.
I was just going to say, explain gas lamps to
Steampunk-
those who don't know what it is.
All right, steampunk is technology, gas
Right.
lamp is magic. If I want to make that simple. Now,
That was a
Nice.
very good.
That's the
That's
only
better
the
than I would've
simplest I could ever
described
do.
No,
because-
that is the perfect way to describe it.
And it kind of creates an issue within the steampunk community part because it's here. It's like we all love steampunk. We all love steampunk. Every
Yeah.
goddamn person and their child wears goggles, and everything runs off of coal burning to make steam. Where's the magic? Where's the Skyrim abilities to have magic in your world and lore?
Right.
That's what Nightingale's gonna push for. Is the steampunk technology shit, magic, fighting off some horrifying enemies. I looked at some the preliminary footage and concept art and dealing with dragons and shit like that. That's not really what you were used to in the concept
In
of
normal
dragon.
steampunk, right?
Yeah, but in this steampunk gaslit fantasy world where you can build a fancy decked out punk Victorian character and learn how to work together and survive and craft
Okay, this
and
sounds
use
pretty
magic,
cool.
stuff like that. That's what I look forward to in gaming. That's my standard now for gaming because I play so much Skyrim VR at this point, 1,000 hours plus for a couple years, that it's very hard, at least personally for me, to meet a standard where it makes me worth parting with my money.
All right, so
because,
Nightingale is VR?
I hope.
Okay,
If not, then
currently.
we have a flat screen of VR community that will fix that. That's the one thing if you want to talk something I look forward to this year truly is that we have modders behind the scenes that are taking these flat screen games and adding VR capabilities to it, especially the ones where they promised it and never delivered. Praydog finally released their VR injector late last year, towards the end of Christmas, finally. That is the ability to take Unreal Engine games, at least 4.5 at least or beyond, and turn them into VR games. They would give the ability to where you can, not perfect, they just inject your camera into it, and then you have to use a controller or whatever, keyboard, whatever. But they have the ability to a plug-in feature where you, as an individual programmer, would look at this game and say, "Hey, I want full motion controls in this, not just use controller." You can develop that and plug it in to that game and release a plug-in for that game, so someone can just download the injector mod. Get that plug-in VR game.
Wow.
All right.
Okay.
And and this is where it kind of spins a concern about the state of AAA gaming. Anybody with half a brain knows that's abysmal the past few years. The CEO of Ubisoft says you need to get used to paying $80 to $100 for a game.
That you don't own.
You entitled fucking bitch. You need to pay $80 to $100 for a quarter of a game that
Right.
we haven't finished yet that you don't own.
But you don't
You're
own.
so entitled and spoiled. You need this. Meanwhile, everybody else is getting fucking sick of it. Every so-called gamer is getting sick of it, and it's like, well, we have certain games like that, like Nightingale, that are on the board. Cool, you look forward to. Otherwise,
The answer to that is be like Larry. Be 20 years behind the times.
and that's probably the best good thing, so you can stick with the games that are actually good and enjoyable.
And that you own.
As opposed to everything new thing that comes out that's shit.
I'm going to jump back to Nightingale, though. This
Yeah.
sounds phenomenal.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Now is that
I
a
had not seen a
native
ton of this yet.
VR game or?
No, he's just telling you it's a straight
Like they haven't teased VR,
and
discussed
that's
VR,
okay.
and you know what? That's fine. If they're not
If it's
going
a
to
great
focus
game,
on
I'm
VR,
okay.
yeah, if they're not going to focus on VR and make it perfect, they might as well not announce it or do it. Leave it to modders to do
Fair
it.
enough.
You know what?
I
That's
do-
what they
actually a
did
good point.
That's
Look,
what they
this-
did with Valheim
Right.
and other open
If
world
you're not,
games
you're
like
right, because
that,
you don't
yeah.
want them to do a shitty VR version
Yes.
of it. So you're right. Leave it to the modders who love the game and will make it Good.
Yeah, exactly. So like I'm looking forward to that. Like
All right.
that's one. But even so with how the landscape of even smaller creators aren't exempt from the standards that needs to be met, because Nightingale, that's the only game I'm looking forward to.
Right.
But that's the human term to use. That's a relatable term to use, because deep down I'm not, because it could turn out to be a ball of shit. It can come out, I can spend $80 on it or whatever they ask for, and say, well, it was an early access for the past few years, so we decided to push it out, and you pay $80 to do our job. And we may or may not fix it in the future. We might even abandon it and say sorry, like the day before Crew did.
Yeah.
Saying, oh, we're going to keep
yeah.
this game. They released one update and
And
said,
that was
we're
it.
shutting down servers.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, right?
Yes, thank you.
You can't do anything else, you entitled, spoiled gamers. You all want so much. You want a game for your money? Y'all are so just spoiled and entitled and
That's gotta be a
stupid.
commercial from now on.
Like the Ubisoft CEO. You need to get used to paying over $80 for a game. I mean, that's just common sense. You want a full
that's
game?
a better way than
What?
what I do, of just them going, bend over and bite the pillow.
Yeah, which is
All
what
right,
they're
all right.
doing, because everybody likes it. They
I know,
love
I know.
battle passes. They love paying for like a quarter.
Okay, so
I'm just gonna mention in here. This is deep inside. Agility doesn't work.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, all right.
Spell sword. and
Keep an eye out
Just
for
get it
Nightingale.
right the first
But Nightingale,
time.
yeah. But anyway, to keep
All right.
on top. Yeah, Nightingale. That is just because it hits.
No,
I
Nine-
love this whole gaslight
it
idea.
hits
to defend
99.99%.
agile development, it does work if you do it right.
Yeah.
It isn't
Yeah.
to be an excuse for releasing something incomplete.
Yes.
That isn't what they meant when they said a product that just kind of works is a complete product. They meant that that's what you're supposed to get done for that sprint.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be the final product.
And as an older gamer, that's what
this
you
is
default expect.
Look, why are
right,
managers
yeah,
so
fair
goddamn
enough.
stupid?
As someone who played, especially older gamers who have
Yeah,
been playing
I
games,
understand
they're
what you're
like,
saying.
yeah,
hey.
they read the book, but they didn't get what the book was trying to say.
Yeah, exactly.
It should be a viable.
Yeah, it's
Viable means
but-
working.
And, well, what they mean by it doesn't mean it's a release version. It just means that you've gotten done functionally what you wanted to get done.
And
it
you know
doesn't mean
why
it's a
this is a
completed
thing?
game.
And you know why this is a thing? Because we
managers
keep
have become
buying their
dumber.
products.
Well, no. He's
Oh no, management's dumb in all.
Right, but we do buy the
Management's dumb no
if
matter
we
what.
buy the product.
Yes, thank you.
We do buy the product.
I quit Call of Duty like 10 years
I
ago.
don't.
Okay, like as much as I was hooked on that
I
game.
part the shit out of this stuff.
Actually, there's
Yeah.
things that I do buy, and the things that I buy.
Yeah.
We'll get to that in a moment.
Really good.
Hey, Drum, how's it going?
Hey, Drew.
Hey.
Ryan.
Yeah,
2024.
so mine's gonna be kind of quick.
I hope so.
Sorry, it's just like it's sorry, like
we're good. No.
We tapped that volcano, damn it!
So I have,
you ask someone with open
climbed the
eyes
pump.
what they're looking forward to.
Yeah. Okay, wait.
Your
no, it's
mistake.
okay. All right.
so I'm
Ryan.
looking forward to. I have so many games that take so much time to play that I want to get to, but I'm looking for a couple of smaller games, and one of the ones that's coming out this year, or is listed to come out, is Little Nightmares 3. It's
Oh,
a,
yeah.
It's a little puzzle platformer horror game. The sound of it is great. The way that you play, it's creepy. I don't know. It just the first two games just really got me. They like they don't take more than 10 to 15 hours maybe to beat. And there's lots of little things to look for after, but the story is always those little story games always kind of get me. Like. So I've noticed now platformers,
Right.
Metroidvania. That's the kind of games I've been playing recently because
I want a
The-
game that has story.
yeah.
Pull me in with the story.
Yeah, and they don't really say a
Probably
lot
why
in the game.
Baldur's
It's
Gate
just kind
3
of
does
like
so well.
I think
Yeah,
it's just
it has
like
a good
as you
story.
play it, you kind of like are like, wow, what are you doing here? And it's like just the creepiness of the characters that are in the game. Like if they keep up with what they've been doing with the first two, third one should be pretty enjoyable.
Well, that's enjoyable for me because I've only played the first. I didn't even know a second came out.
Oh yeah,
Yes!
that was a lot of fun.
Thank you!
Wait, there's a second one I can buy now, and
It's
And a third
It's
coming
like when you
out.
find out a whole new season came out of your favorite TV show.
I've done that before. All right, Larry.
That's
how about
how
you?
I'd feel
What do you-
if I found
Was
out
he done?
Firefly
Yeah,
actually
well,
had a
sorry.
second
He told.
season.
He said it was going to
And
be
I
short.
I know it's not gonna be like an 80. It's gonna be like I think they're like $40 games.
That's not bad.
And normally you just wait for a sale, you get it for 30. I mean, I'm okay with paying that for a game that.
No, I agree
It's
with you.
fun,
You know,
enjoyable
I don't
that
mind.
way.
You know, the prices that we usually pay like 60, 70. I mean, we were paying for that for cartridges back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
But here's the difference. If you paid for it in the 90s, you got a game.
That's true.
Yeah,
I own
complete.
it.
Instead of a demo that they never finished, it's saying, you want the full game?
I mean,
You're
it
entitled.
is true. I paid $80 in must have been 90 for Final Fantasy 3.
Yeah, that's why my parents didn't buy me a lot of games.
And it was
were
$80, and I loved it,
And it was complete and
It
worked.
was complete.
Yeah.
It worked. It was,
You got
it
a
was
product
good.
worth $80.
I got a product worth $80. And then I also owned something that I could resell.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Thank you. You can resell it.
Meanwhile,
Yeah.
by the day before, which you can't anymore because, you know, like Steam
But-
has, I don't know, love and care for their user base and say, hey, you're going to pay for this. And so we have something some college students might have crapped out in the past couple of weeks, even though we've been teasing this for years. Yeah, you need to pay more. Go fuck yourselves.
All right, Larry, what are you looking forward in 2024?
Well, so sometimes you get caught up in life, and games aren't always the priority. And there was a time frame in which that was true for me.
Okay.
And there's a reboot coming out this year that I'm really quite excited about. I had played the Mario RPG
Yeah.
and very much enjoyed it, but
Wait, Larry, you prepared. Oh shit! What happened there?
He prepared, I didn't.
He-
I think it's that Larry's
Why?
actually happy and I'm having a depressive
Why
episode.
did that happen? It worked in preview. I literally
There you go.
previewed
You got it.
this.
You got it.
all right.
All right.
All right, so I really much enjoyed that game, and then sort of I had to attend to life.
Yeah.
Right? And so there's a bit of a gap in when in the gaming world, and Paper Mario 10,000 Doors came out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And but it came out on the GameCube, which I really didn't have much involvement with. And because, like I said, I had other things to do. Well, it's being rebooted and put out on the Switch. So I'm very excited to go back and visit that.
Everything on Switch.
I hate to say it, like after I've looked, like the Switch has probably been the biggest product for them to bring things that they've done back.
Yeah, they've been
and
amazing.
I'm like looking at the stuff and I'm like, the other systems, one or two of this type of game, the Switches has pretty much had almost every
They're on fire.
multiple Marios. I mean,
The
you,
only
did you replay the Mario RPG that came out this year?
I didn't play it. I
Okay.
didn't replay the one, but I did really like it. And I like that. I like RPG styles and stuff like that. And it was, I don't know, cutesy, and you couldn't take it too seriously, and it was,
But it was
so
good.
it was a lot of fun. Yeah,
Right.
So
Good game.
so I'm really looking forward to playing that. So I'm gonna go ahead and play that one this year,
the only thing that's
and I bet it works.
the only thing that's pissed me off about the Switch is if I want to play some of their older stuff. Yeah, you can get like an emulator for it, but yet you have to then buy the online pack
So is that?
to be able to get access to.
Yeah,
That's
there's certain
good
games
choice.
I think they only do.
Twitch has been breaking
'Cause there's
that
like-
out all
They'll let
day.
you
They're
buy
like,
those ones.
hey, you can purchase this emulator, but oh, you that we
Alright, doesn't
have
matter.
put out, so
Twitch has
therefore
been
you can get this
us.
game
All right. I'm not
to
worried
play
about it.
on here.
It's on YouTube though.
But
Good. That's fine too.
you gotta buy an online monthly package
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
to be able to.
Yeah.
Unless I rip
Play
that
that
from the
game.
Yeah, I'm not
cartridge,
sure
pull it
about that,
myself,
but
and,
I do think the
Because Paper Mario 1,
Paper
you
Mario
have to.
10,000 Doors is going to be a lot of fun, and I'll spend some hours in that. I did have a bit of an honorable mention that as I was looking at all the different games that are going to come out,
Uh-huh.
To the fourth of them.
there was one game that looked intriguing to me, but I thought, oh, I don't know if I've ever seen that. But there's a RPG wrestling game coming out this year.
From our good friends at Mega Cat Studio.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Oh,
yeah.
they're the ones doing
They're
that.
the ones doing
Yeah,
that one.
okay.
Yeah, and that is
Incest.
that is
That is almost an incest relationship.
It is.
Yeah,
I'm okay with it.
But I didn't even look at that. I just looked at the concept of. I don't think I've seen that mix of pro wrestling and RPG. It's kind of like on the Switch. I saw there is available. It's not now, or not a new game, but there's an RPG golf game, right? So sometimes you get these weird RPG games that it's like, oh, that's intriguing.
Like TurboGrafx did with everything.
Yeah.
NEC. I swear to goodness, there's like a fart RPG.
I didn't live much in the
That's not true.
TurboGrafx world, so.
Yeah, they did that with everything. Racing. There's a racing RPG.
I mean, you can see that one.
It was great, by the way. They were all great. They're RPGs.
Did you have to steal parts like Six Pack?
I don't think so.
Nah,
What do
nobody
we call
else
it?
with the Kenny
I
Riders.
got it. We could just sit there and play.
I thought that's what you were talking about. Like, I love that movie.
I feel like that would be a part of an RPG racing. Is you have to steal
Steal
parts.
Put potatoes in people's exhaust pipes.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So
That's a good one. All right.
Here.
So,
A comment as I just looked through the games that are coming out this
Yeah.
year, I would actually say I'm intrigued by any of them if the ones that I actually were intrigued had a system that I was able to play it on.
all right. Well, you're gonna work. You're working on that.
You're working on that. That's gotta
All
happen.
right. So I actually gave this one honorable mention in games we played that in 2023 that we really liked, but the problem was it's really not out yet because it's still in and it's not.
I knew
Kickstarter.
yours.
It's a Game Found, which is another
Oh,
game backer. No, it's a fight in the box game.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So we got a chance to play this at Christ. Game Hall. I've been drinking too much.
yeah.
No, you haven't.
Not nearly enough. So we played this at Game Hall with.
And we're only 10 months away.
Oh, it's already on the schedule. Just wait.
Just look at the guys' Games of Beer schedule. We'll be there.
Yeah, we are.
At Game Hall Con.
We've got such a schedule this year. We'll get to that in a bit. But we got a chance to sit down and play a game with Seppi called Conquest Princess. It's a board game. It was really solid. Good gameplay, clever puns and ideas. Basically, again, fashion is power, and literally, fashion is power. It's how you power your ships. The game is just a lot of good puns. It's a fun game. We should play more than 4 players. It's only 2 to 4, and we just had this discussion, looking for games that you can play more than 4 players. Sometimes it's nice to have a game where you can have a group play down. Now that's why my pick was Architects, Seven Wonders Architects, because you can play like 8 people, And when you're at a party, 4 players isn't enough.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what you're trying to do with the game, and we can get into game design later. But if the
Time-wise,
terms take
too.
a few minutes to do,
Yeah.
you can only play more than 4 players if your turns are like this.
And that is very true. That is very true. And that is
Or the 5th player is bored.
right. Thank you. Oh my God, yes. So no, that is a very good point. But yeah, so it's not available yet. But if you look on Game Found, it's called Conquest Princess. Fashion is power, and it's funny because literally this was what I was going to do, and I got an update today on the status on it.
Seppi's a great developer, a great guy, comes on the show pretty regularly. Just buy his stuff. That's all I can say.
Yeah. So, but yeah, really, that is.
Cannot
really
recommend it
Just
more.
buy anything they Fight in the Box Games comes out with. You want.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, we have yet to hit a dud from them, and we own all their games.
Fight in a box is
In multiples. So yeah. All right, Rob.
Bring it up the rear!
Bring up the rear, Rob.
The tail of the show, if you
I'm not
would.
even gonna go there, Rob.
he likes it up the rear.
Oh my. Well, how do you follow up something like that?
I don't know. You follow that up, bro.
You follow it up with Helldivers 2, bitches. Yes, that's right.
Dude, wait, okay. So let me.
I was interested in that, but that was only PS5.
Okay, so we played Helldivers at last year's LAN Jam.
Yes.
Oh, that was not.
Jonah got killed by multiple drop pods.
Everything got killed by drop pods. I was standing there and I got killed by goddamn drop pods.
What is it?
So-
Finally, like a public release or something? Was that early release that you played it?
Oh no! It's just a
No, that was
damn
regular
game.
Helldivers 1.
So
Helldivers 1. you played.
the original Helldivers
Yeah.
was a top-down dual stick shooter,
Yeah.
and it was brutal. Oh my god,
Brutal's an understatement.
It's a brutal game. It's you against the aliens. You'll
I
go
found
to
it
a
to
planet,
be fun though.
and you try to clear it of the enemies,
So
or
bullet hell.
there's usually different goals. You might have to set something up. You might have to lay out some radars. It depends. So you and your
I
team come
remember
in.
this game.
And you
Yes.
try to achieve a goal.
Yeah.
But it is brutal. Oh my god,
Yeah.
it's brutal.
Yeah.
And we got our asses kicked. We did finish one.
Yeah,
Eventually,
but it was
but
tough.
There were deaths. There were losses.
Yeah, but there was 5 of us and
And
we killed
one of
hundreds of them.
One of the stupidest things is you can call a drop pod and then get killed by it, and you would constantly, because you sometimes will get pinned down. Like, when you don't expect
it. does throw a shadow.
Yeah,
you know
but
what's
you still
coming.
can't move.
down.
You still can't move.
You're
because
pinned
you got-
down. I call him down, and Jonah stepped into it because he's getting mauled. Whack! And then he spawns down, and it hits me. It was great. It is a great game.
It
I
really is.
absolutely love
So
it.
they've come out with number 2.
Yep, Helldivers 2 appears to be an over-the-shoulder shooter with the same ideas. And I
Really?
actually like that idea, because I wouldn't
Okay,
mind another
all right.
over-the-shoulder shooter.
So we're
because I
not
enjoy
gonna
those.
know when we get killed by a drop pod.
No, it's gonna be a total surprise, which even makes it better. It's like
Wait,
Christmas.
wait a minute though. You might have like bright sunlight, and then it just gets darker
shadow.
and darker.
Why is there a large shadow on my head?
That would be hilarious.
I cannot. What's the worst sin?
Hey, the
Wisconsin.
Ah.
Dad jokes. I like that one, Jerome.
The rule of the will of God is incoming. What's the radius on this? Yes.
Yes. So that's coming out in another month. I'm very excited about that one.
Hey Rob, why are you getting so dark?
Whack! Damn, I love that game. It's so brutal. It is so, when Jonah says,
forgotten.
when Jonah comes out and says that game's brutal. That's a brutal game. Also, supposedly coming out in 2024, and I hope it does, is Unsung Heroes, which is a 2D action side scroller, which many Atari knots might remember came out originally as a demo on the Atari VCS. Not the original Atari VCS, the new Atari VCS. It's a 16-bit, it's better than 16-bit, but it's a very nice looking 2D action game. It's very well, it's very well, what would I call it? It's a very finished game. It's polished. It's got a lot of polish to it, and I think that's what's been taking it so long to come out, because the demo version of it is one of the most polished games I've played on that system. I mean, no crashes.
So
Very
polished, it
fun to
looks
play.
washed out.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, that's wrong.
A game that's finished on completion? What?
I know they've really been working on the polish on this game. The demo's amazing. If you get a chance, pick it up on Steam. It's gonna be a great game. I really am looking forward to that one. Hopefully they'll make it out this year and it won't become Duke Nukem.
Yeah, I'm not kidding.
It might.
Yeah. Tom, you can't flash me messages in the middle of the damn show.
Yes, I
Because I
can.
can't log on to Facebook.
Oh, well, don't do that.
Ooh, wait, shit.
Well, this
I'll
has been
shoot you
real.
Wait, that-
We'll see you guys later.
Wait, what?
You think you'll stop
Wait, it's a
it?
dick pic, Tom.
Of course, flash that at the end of the show.
Oh, you're sharing some tickets?
Yes, I was yes.
Okay, wait.
All right, we're gonna
That's a
say
bigger
goodnight.
phone than me.
We're gonna say goodnight.
Not quite yet.
Not quite yet.
Not quite
Oh.
yet. So, hey guys, it's 2024. You know what I'm really looking forward to?
The Guys, Games, and Beer Tour!
Really, Rob? You're gonna
Wait, I can't
you
actually
couldn't
see
just
it.
put it up on the screen?
I can't.
No.
I literally can't because
Yeah.
I had to log out of. Remember, I'm
All
logged
right.
into Facebook as Guys, Games,
All
and
right,
Beer.
all right.
As long
Order
as
your
Rob appraised the
posters
screen.
now.
Okay, so hey, what we're
Send
really
the
looking for-
request to Rob.
We are seriously going to be like everywhere.
At Guys, Games, and Beer.net.
We are. We've got a.
Or asshole at Guys, Games, and Beer.net.
That'll work too. We are. We'll see you guys at EverCon in a little over a month. What's EverCon is?
I actually closed
March.
this.
March 1st or something?
Yeah, March 1st for EverCon. Well, it's a weekend, but we'll be.
Yeah.
So some of us will be up at EverCon. We're going to be broadcasting live from there. And then comes the biggie. We're going to be back at CypherCon this year, guys.
Yes, we will.
Yes.
Wisconsin Center!
Hey, so I got to go to CypherCon.
Shut up.
6 years
I will
ago.
not. I will not honor it.
Milwaukee's
Sorry.
got a
Honor
really
what?
good. Milwaukee's
Renaming
got
it
an
Wisconsin.
amazing hacking scene.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm amazed, and I've always known that because I mean, back in the early days, if you remember, we had. But
Strangely, it seems like, why do we have all these people?
really, well, it's winter in Wisconsin.
Oh yeah, we got nothing to do but figure out how to.
Thank you for how to break into systems. So we will be at CypherCon in April 4th and 5th. And then we're going to roll right over from that to Midwest Gaming Classic. Holy crap. If you haven't been watching the posts on that, you really need to check it out there. It's going to be
I've made work on my cosplay for Sergeant Kilt.
excellent. All right.
We will, by the way, we come out to MGC in full force. I mean, we all come out we bring it. We bring the big guns.
That is our big game.
Yeah, it's
You're
where
right.
we experiment. It's where we do the real stuff.
We need to work on the video to put out.
Oh,
for
Sergeant
people.
Kilt.
We'll work on that.
Yes.
All right. We are currently
forget it.
we're working on looks like we're going to take G2B international this year. We'll be doing a show in Canada. When are we doing the show in Canada? 16th of May. So we're talking about being up in Canada, in Montreal in mid-May. Hey, Gary, guess what? Looks like we're doing CorgsCon too. So we'll be in Ohio in June, and then of course August rolls around, and that's our other biggie of the year.
Mad with Power.
Which is just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And then Joe, evidently we're going to be up in Minneapolis again. See you guys at 2D Con, and then.
So wait, we can't do anything 3D?
Oh, okay. Well, the 3D part we could do that. We could host a party room.
Oh, we should do an Apogee party room. Let's just do all
Nice.
Apogee games.
That'd be awesome.
I think that'd be
Okay,
great.
that would be
I have the whole
hilarious.
damn collection.
That would be
Yeah.
absolutely
That would be
hilarious.
hilarious.
Back when they sold their entire collection a few years ago.
That would be
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah.
For like a
And then
couple
we'll be
bucks,
rolling
yeah.
around the game
Yeah.
hall.
Yeah.
So, wow,
Yeah.
it's going to be a busy year for Guys, Games, and Beer.
There will be.
If you, I'm looking forward to all of our Canadian listeners.
PAX East.
No, invite us, dude.
Yeah,
Invite us.
We haven't gotten an invite.
Yeah, PAX East. Didn't PAX East send us a thing like years ago when we were starting to when Guys Games we were starting to climb a little bit?
Oh, when we were
Come
the podcast.
on the PAX!
show,
Yeah, when we were gonna be
2016.
one of the big podcasts and flat, and then PAX is screw
Yeah,
you guys,
yeah.
we don't want you.
No. We had
I
to.
don't know about those guys.
No, we saw them over at we saw them at Game Hole Con. And those bastards were drunk.
Yeah, they might have been a little bit.
Rippity ripped.
You're like, I had to help them stand.
No, they saw Beef Pig.
Oh yeah.
What a screw show that is. We should just do an episode on shows we really screwed up at.
We did not screw up at beefing.
We were all so drunk. We were also literally one of us disappeared and showed up in New York.
Yeah, well, that was not
And
on
then-
camera. Thank fucking God.
Oh, and then
That was awesome.
there was
We
a
did
hair
our
bar.
camera stuff.
There was a time where we did it.
The hair
No,
bar.
oh yeah, the hair bar.
hair
The
bar.
time they asked us in an interview, an official interview for Boston being big. They asked if we were gonna be back next year. We said, I don't know. We didn't get shown in that interview.
No, we did not. that year, that was a trying year.
I don't know, is that right or not?
No, it was a trying year.
we had Ben thrown up in the parking lot. we were all pissed off because we all
That being said,
we all came in at different times and didn't meet up. So we were like all at different places.
Personally,
Oh.
I love both of the experiences, and I would love to go back to that convention.
That's because
we have been invited back.
That's because you were so amazingly drunk you didn't notice a thing that was going on.
Yes!
You didn't have to pick up any pieces.
We might pick up beef again. We'll see how that goes, Tim.
It
All
would
right.
be kind of funny to go.
It would be fun to go and see where they're at compared to when. So we went when the beefing was first getting started.
Yeah.
So it'd be
Now,
kind of
and
cool
what
to
are
go
the-
back and see where.
I love
One of the-
we met a lot of indie developers who we
One of the
still talk
games
to
I
this
still
day.
play. One of the games that you pick these games. We go to a ton of conventions. We pick
Yeah,
up
we
a lot
do.
of games. Some get played more than others, and that's just the way it goes. But the game with the developers were board game developers and went to a game jam. And they didn't know that the game jam was a video game jam. And so they got there and they're like, well, let's develop a board
Video
game
game
about
games.
video games. And they did. And
Thank you.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
I bet they loved it. By the way.
Resistor. Remember Resistor?
Resistor.
That's what it was. It was Resistor.
Yeah.
I recall I beat you on camera in that
You
game.
did.
Yeah,
You did.
Yeah, you got ripped off.
Still one of my favorite games.
I know.
All right, Rob, take us out of this mess.
Oh, Lord. You have made it through another episode of Guys, Games, and Beer. If you enjoyed yourself watching this, you can check us out at www.guysgamesandbeer.net, where we link to all things Guys, Games, and Beer, including our good friends over at Lionheart Racing. Lionheart Racing, all the joys of racing without the rubber hot dogs. You can click through on the top left-hand side of the screen, not ours, the one on the website, and click through to Lionheart Racing. Check out a couple races. It's a good time. Also, you can check us out on Facebook, www.facebook.com/Guys Games and Beer. Go to the Guys Games and Beer support group, and you can check out the dankest memes by, yes, our master of memetology, Dallas Hood.
Dance Revolution sucks, Chris. Sorry.
Oh, there was hate.
Wifey's calling. Make sure your chassis belt's on, by the way.
I didn't really take that as an attack on people with chastity.
I didn't either.
Me neither, but he decided
All
to.
right,
and,
can that's good.
I mean, I made it clank a couple times.
I still make a clank. Continue.
Where the hell were we? We were at YouTube. You can check us out at www.youtube.com/guysgamesandbeer. And remember, we're there live on Twitch, on YouTube, on Facebook every Tuesday at 6:15 p.m.
Give or take a
CST. And, maybe, probably, most times except for last month. And thank you very much for watching. And I cannot find the button to stop this live stream.
Stop
So
it.
we're going.